Hello. Hi, Kapil. Hope you can hear me. Uh, Kapil, yeah, I had some personal tragedy last year, and along with that came bad health issues and emotional chaos and a lot of other problems and therapy and all that. And during those last 6 months, the biggest problem I had was that why I'm not able to talk to people about it. The moment I talk to anyone, somebody's giving advice or a therapist is coming with their standard cosmetic questions, I just could not open up. And eventually I realized is the root of my problem is that I expect people to listen to me. I expect people to ask me the questions which I want to be asked. But I'm still not there. But I feel somehow
Well,
this
I think that
is the.
your problem is a universal problem. I don't think any
Mhm.
human being has anybody to talk to. Now that doesn't mean that on some surface level, or even on a somewhat deeper level, someone's having a problem with something and they have a best friend that they talk to and they help them
Mhm.
through. I mean, those things do exist. I mean, it doesn't mean that someone can't get something from a therapist. But in general, like the deeper your questions are, the more that there is no one to talk to, because you won't find anyone who's not going to prescriptionize you. So
Mhm.
that what you're expressing is a universal problem. I think that's one of the fundamental problems that
Mhm.
human beings have that across the world is that there really isn't anyone to talk to, because they're all going to throw
Mhm.
stuff on you, and it's all
Correct.
it's all going to be out of a desire to help. It's not coming from a bad
Correct.
place. It's coming from a good place. But the
Mhm.
fact remains that the human organism is not a thing that needs to be told that they need to do X, Y, and Z. A human organism is starving for truth, whether that human organism realizes it or not. Now, the experts certainly don't realize it. That's why
Mhm.
they do what they do. That's why they prescriptionize all over the place, because they have a complete lack of understanding of how human beings work and how the human mind works and what humans fundamentally are and are not. So, what you're describing is actually a fundamental, universal human problem that there really isn't anyone to talk to, because no one's going to give you the truth. Not because they don't want to, but because that's not where they
Mhm.
live.
Born with the capacity for mastery? Do they lose it through conditioning, or is true greatness inseparable from the seriousness needed to actually achieve it?
That's a You're asking questions at arm's length. You're using a bunch of words that are worldly concepts, and then you're throwing them on me. These words that you're using, they don't really have any they don't really have any acute desperation to them. They're just like it's like a science podcast. That it seems as if it's like a science podcast to you.
Myself, what do I want? I'm always thinking about that. I question that, but I can never arrive at an answer that lasts. Is it really possible to know what you want?
Yes.